Hi everybody and welcome back to my basement. Today I'm gonna talk about how to take your old GoPros and make them stabilize better than the Hero 8, all using a new software called ReelSteady GO. I've been using this software for the last 3 or 4 months now, and it made possible to achieve shots that I couldn't do before, even using a Hero 7 right here. This software is for Windows or Mac OS, and it's a standalone app. They had a ReelSteady software before, but it was for an old version of After Effects, and the new one is just better. It only works with GoPros, but it's way better and it's really faster and it's cheaper also. So what this application does is when you shoot a video on the GoPro records gyro data into the video file actually. So this software analyzes how the GoPro moves in the space, and it compensates for oscillations and stuff, giving you a really smooth and precise result, and it's really awesome. I will show you some videos and you will see for yourself. This software will not only give you perfect battery smooth stabilization, but there are other options, like there is a horizon lock, so you can rotate your GoPro and it will keep it leveled. It's amazing, actually it feels like a gimbal. And there is even some time-lapse feature where it really smoothens it out so you can fast forward your footage, and also that is really cool. So it gives you options on something that doesn't have them by factory, and it even gives you more options, more control over what the Hero 8 gives you, because on the Hero 8 you have like different levels of hypersmooth, but really they are like the Hero 7 here. And when you will see the difference, you will notice how much there is no turning back. Hypersmooth just cannot compete with it. And then there is horizon lock on the Hero 8, which works really nice, but not as much as the ReelSteady one. That one is really, it feels like a gimbal. So how do you use ReelSteady GO? First of all, download it. You can download a demo on their website, it's free, and it has all the features of the full app, but it will watermark your video, so there is ReelSteady written on it. But that's amazing because you can see if it works with your GoPro and your setting, like you have a race car and you put it there and there are vibrations. It maybe doesn't work, so check the demo first before buying. Then if you like it, I think you will, and you decide to buy it, it's 99 bucks, but with my code Rimzler5 you can get a 5% off. ReelSteady GO is compatible with Hero 5 and Hero 5 Session, Hero 6, not only the black one, not the silver. Then you have the GoPro Hero 2018, which is basically a Hero 5, and then you have the Hero 7. It will be compatible in the future with the Hero 8, as its stabilization is better than the factory one, but they are working on it. So what settings do you need on your GoPro? First of all, you need to disable any stabilization, no hypersmooth, no electronic image stabilization, no nothing. Then the best results are achieved by 4/3 2.7K, because you have a 4/3 image and ReelSteady will stretch it and remove lens distortions and stuff. It will look like a regular camera. It's amazing. You can also use Super View. It works, but the best one is 4/3. Of course, remember, to stabilize it has to crop. So the more definition you give it, and the more, 4/3 is the best, because it can crop and it can rotate it, and then it will stretch it out. You can also use 180p, like for slow motions, but you will lose some definition under strong movements, because it will crop a lot and you will see it loses something, but it still works. For frame rates, you can use from 25 to whatever you like. Don't use 24 because GoPros have a bug and they don't work with 24 because they script a frame every once in a while basically, and stabilization loses the gyro track. That's it, and it doesn't stabilize actually. So remember, low light, don't use 24, use 25 FPS. Then what I recommend is turn on Pro Tune and lock your shutter speed. That's the best thing you can do because it remains constant during all the clip, and I have had some issues when like you don't have it locked, you enter a really dark area and you keep your ISO low, so like ISO from 100 to 800 or to 400, and it changes your shutter speed, and then ReelSteady loses the stabilization on that clip, and you basically have a good stabilization for the first part and then it starts shaking around. So keep your shutter speed locked. You can do these other steps, like I use flat colors because it gives me more flexibility when I go there and edit it, and then what I use is sharpness medium because you have a nice balance. You can even use sharpness low so it doesn't over sharpen your clips. Plus, what I suggest using is ND filters, and you can clip them on your GoPro and they keep your shutter speed low. And there is a rule called the rule of 180, I guess, and it states that like you always have to double your FPS with the shutter speed. Like you have 60 FPS, you have 1/120 shutter speed, and that's so like 25 1/50, and 100 1/200, and that gives you the best motion blur and everything. But really you can do whatever you like. These are options for achieving the best shot possible. Now, what is the best GoPro to use with ReelSteady GO? The best GoPro is the Hero 6, because this GoPro is really precise at recording gyro data even under strong vibrations. Because I will show you something now. This is a naked Hero 6. This is a Hero 6 that has been tore apart and put on a really small drone. And of course this is a vibrating environment because the drone shakes. And this GoPro stabilizes perfectly with ReelSteady. I will show you some clips. And then I have what I used until I bought the Hero 6, and it's this drone. And I used the Hero 7 on it. And as you see, this is the mount I used to have. And it's super dampened because it's really jelly. And this is because it dampens vibrations coming from the motor, and those vibrations get recorded into the gyro data, and then ReelSteady is not able to stabilize. This may be the case for like motorcycles, cars, so if you plan to use that on those applications, try getting a Hero 6 or try the demo and see if it has any issue stabilizing. That's my 2 cents on it. So, this is a test shot with 60 FPS, 1/120 shutter speed, and you will see how much better it is with ReelSteady. So, let's do some jumps and stuff. So you can see, now I'm rotating my camera, you will see with the eyes unlock it. It really looks like a gimbal. Now I rerun. And this is the same video but with hyper smooth on and super view. This is not ReelSteady, and you will see how much better it is. Look, I'm rotating my camera and it rotates. Yeah, it smoothens out, but look, if I run. Yeah, it's somewhat better than not having nothing, but ReelSteady beats it. Load your GoPro video into the software. Now you cannot see the window, but I'm loading it. Now it's running the numbers, and at the bottom you can see it's creating sync points, gyro sync points. Basically it's syncing the video visual input with the gyro track that's recorded into the video. The gyro track is not constant, so it needs to record this gyro track point, these gyro sync points. And I'm checking them because you have to make sure there is some movement, so it can understand how the GoPro is moving and sync it, but not too much or too little, so it doesn't understand it. And every GoPro needs different amount of sync points. The GoPro 6 needs 2, the 7 needs 1 every 15 seconds. And I don't know the others because I don't have them, but I guess there is another number. You can edit them by right clicking on them, you can move them, and if you need there is a link on ReelSteady on the website. There is a really detailed and well explained tutorial about this. But usually you won't have to mess around with them because they work really good. Now you can see the advanced setting option where you can select lock horizon, and this setting is my favorite one. It basically makes the footage look like a gimbal. You also have a time lapse, and you can flip the gyro data at the bottom, and you can select how much smoothness you want. Perfect. Your clip is ready, is stabilized, and it's ready to export. So click on save video and it renders it. If you like this video, please like and consider subscribing. Tell me in the comments below if you have any questions, or if you are using it and how you're using it and what's your experience with it. And remember, there are links in the description. And as always, stay safe and happy flight!